welcome back YouTube. So this will be, I suspect, part 5 if I haven't lost count already. And we're going to pick up where we left off. So we should now... What do we have? Oh, we're still 5 short because I sent those guys off exploring. They're not back yet. I'm going to temporarily stop gathering that food so we can get those 5 guys back so we can get the colonists delivered. Which has imposed a slight materials and food shortage on the city. The food, because I just took the guys off gathering food. Oh, because Frostlander's got big enough to ride a passive bonus? Happy enough to ride a passive bonus? Not gonna complain. Probably due to adaptation. Okay, so we're getting more food from that? Maybe? Maybe. Yeah, so we got the colony going out. Because of the colony going out, the city just dropped by about 3,000 people. When we get more people in to do more jobs, we can turn back up. Yeah, because when they went out, they took from various places, right? So we got various places with less people employed. And it looks like it's not letting me... Okay, well let me up in a couple places so I can get the food production up. Why are... Oh, because I think you're automatically turning down because there are enough people to need you. Okay. So we got adequate housing, we got adequate... well, we don't have adequate food or materials, but we've got enough stockpiled until we can get more people in the city. Or until more people show up. Yeah, right now 6 people are a bit of an issue. Why did the game... Okay. Not for the moment the game had bought for it. So we're moving forward. We're advancing all the aspects. Got no tension. Got pretty high trust. We just had another census, which raised the amount of people. And we have discovered oil. So let's try to get all our districts going at full steam ahead, please. Now that we have workers. And we intentionally turn that one off because we've got enough materials. We do want those prefabs. And we're gonna want... I don't think I'm gonna slow the coal down for a while. Did we get everyone jobs and that's what's happening there? Maybe. Okay, let's go out in the Frostlands shortly. We've turned you back on because we've got our workers back for that. Oh, I need to get... Okay, so that's an oil cistern with oil in theory once we've discovered all the oil stuff. Finish the exploration in there. Imperial freighter. Mighty freighter marked with the colors of the old empire. Only wreck we see facing away from and not towards the coast. Seems to have collided with another vessel and partially sunk. Unfortunately, enough remains on the surface to be salvaged. That's a source for materials once we connect it by road. I'm not going to do that right away. Take the call or come back later. So let's... Yeah, we'll send 5 guys to go get that coal. We'll launch an expedition there. Basically, any place where it says it's safe with our current guys, we will send our guys out to explore. Okay, so it's just the one place. What's the cost to build the road? That's not an appropriate place to drop the spot then, so I'm going to do that, and then that. Okay. Needless to say, I need to go into the old dreadnought and start building up this site. So, if you were here during the prologue, you'll notice this looks a lot like the prologue site because I believe it is. Okay, so there was an optional in the prologue to harvest the seals or not. It looks like not harvesting the seals doesn't change anything. I was kind of hoping that if I didn't harvest the seals, there would be seals here, but there are no seals. So we have a prefab deposit here. We got an oil deposit there, an oil deposit there, and an oil deposit over there. Needless to say, we currently have a location with no housing. So there's no one... Well, the dreadnoughts are providing some housing, it's just not providing enough housing. We don't have enough oil to turn the furnace on, so we're going to need to expand something like that to have an oil district. I might try to do something where I get these guys to touch the prefab and the oil extractor. Tempted to try to put in the sheltered area down there, put the housing down there, unlike in the tutorial, where you put it next to the generator. But obviously that means in the first frostbreaking we won't get down there, so we won't be able to set it up right away. I think I need at least 2 oil wells going to advance the new London quest. Which I can't do in... Okay, so that's going to frostbreak. Let's go back. And this generator right now can only run, as far as I'm aware, on oil. Oh, didn't notice. There's apparently a third fuel type that I'm not aware of. Maybe it's gas. Gas or biofuel or something like that. So actually that implies that I probably could run it off of coal. Do I want to try running it off coal? That's a question. Because I've got the coal, so I could ship coal in. Ship some coal in, run it off of coal. Don't quite have goods, but we can reduce the goods demand a little bit. And by default, this place is making food by itself. Okay, so let's say we go with that, and that provides me with coal, so I can turn it on using coal. Okay, and I don't need that much coal. Good to know. Forgot the coal is 2 to 1. So I don't need to ship, I only need to ship 15 to meet the heat demands currently. Okay. Oh, we also have an oil reserve here, so it's burning the oil reserve. I'd prefer if you didn't actually burn the oil reserve, but okay. Oh, it's... Apparently I can't force... It was saying when it was off, oh, you got different... Okay, so it's gonna burn oil either way. So let's not ship any coal here. If it's not gonna use the coal, then don't ship the coal here. Which makes it more important to get the oil going quicker. Okay. Back to the city. Oh, I'm getting... Oh, I got a warning about the resource deposit running out. And it's giving me a couple options to improve it. So I can either... No drawbacks, lay explosives and get 10% more. Or I can send in child volunteers, which in theory it doesn't say there's any risks. Well, granted, the last one's implying that there will be risks. But it would increase it by 15. I think volunteering children is more riskier. I've also seen from other people. This is about where I've been spoiled up to, right? From other people doing it, the volunteer children has potentially resulted in a situation where you lose children. So I'm going to go with the slightly more competent approach. That might not be as efficient, but the more competent approach of let's use our glorious explosives. If for no other reason than I think we're technically already kind of using explosives with the plastic coal mine. Like that's on theme. So we got 62 weeks there. Wait, which actually sounds like quite a bit of time, so not necessarily in a super rush. Apparently. So we need to transfer oil from the city. What else do we want to build here? We got adequate food, adequate... So I suppose if we could increase your supply, that might be tempting. I probably need to use some frost breaking to make that worth it, which requires workers, which I don't have. Okay. Does expanding actually raise the number of workers you use? Doesn't necessarily say so. But really I don't want to do like 3 off the bottom here into the frost that I can't do. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we're not off to a rush on anything. Oh, and we don't even have that mine running at full speed. The mine that's about to run out is not at full speed. Okay. So let's go out onto the Frostlands. We don't have any teams, but I can go out and look to see what the case in various states are. So we have the transport convoy going back and forth, delivering... well, delivering goods right now to the old Dreadnought. Oh, and we're getting... I'm getting iron from the old Empire, am I? Are you actually on? You are on. Okay, so we've got even more minerals than I expected going places. Okay. So we got an exploration going there. Are you safe? No, you're dangerous. Okay, so we're probably getting into the point where I need to figure out how to get the danger lower on those, which is probably going to be research or a law. Probably in Frostland. So your extraction, we don't need to operate extraction right now. What we do want is we probably want to lower territory threat level. So really it comes down to who do we go with the Pilgrim option or the New Lender option? Let's try to go with the Pilgrim option if we can. We'll research that idea and we'll pass it if we can. Or actually, I suppose that's technically not a law, right? So they don't. I just got to build it. They don't get a choice in it. I just build it. So that's passed. That's all passed. Okay, so I don't think we need to pass any laws for the moment. We're stockpiling coal. We're stockpiling coal pretty quickly. Actually, there is an argument if we're stockpiling coal pretty quickly that maybe we should turn the production down to free up the workforce to do some things like crossbreeding. Haven't done all the frostbreaking I want to do up over here. Roughly speaking, yeah. Still some more farm areas we can expose over here, which I should probably expose before we need it. And I don't have enough workers because it's 200 workers for each patch. But getting out the next exploration area would be the thing to do with more workers. Bad. I suppose that's one thing I'd be doing out on the Frostlands is going and looking for more people. There's a fishing village and active wheel freighter.
Beware of frostbite. Keep your face and ears covered.
Yep, frostbite. Don't get frozen. That sounds like a bad day for you. So I think the frost breaking there just finished. Something like that. Which right away isn't seeming like that's other than theory increasing the why? Oh, because it shuts down. Well, you can't adjust its output when it expanding. Okay. But at some point I might have a extraction depot in here, and then I can get the adjacency bonus for being next to it for the extraction district. Is the thought process there. We do want to get out to the exploration here. And if you're expanding here, which I could do, I think it just gives me more Frostland teams. Which, right now, I actually need to do things that make the Frostland teams more safe for exploring the dangerous districts, and not necessarily just more of them. So we got an event. Hopefully it's not a bad event. Okay, so we have a fire in the shaft. Steward of fire is broken down a coal mine. If we don't react, we'll lose the mine along with the deposit. Well, I think we can get away with saving the people. We will save the people. And people is important, and we're beginning the preparation to swap over to oil. Let's go back over the oil dreadnought and see what the state of our frostbreaking is. Okay, so I think we can start setting up some oil districts over here. Extraction districts over here. So that'll be the oil district. And then we might as well set up a prefab district while we're thinking about it. Oh, so the oil is next to 3 of... Okay, I maybe didn't do that super well. Probably still make that... If I go back to expand the oil district later, I can make it better. We will need a little bit of housing. Why... Oh, have I not... I haven't frostbroken enough down there to do what I want. I wanted to put 3 in the crevice. Okay. And we do want that oil deposit. I think the complaints now are all going to be out Workers? Yeah, workers. So we're waiting for the frost breaking to finish so that we can have the housing set up. What are we waiting for in here? So you're not empty, but you're going to be empty soon, so we're going to start running into problems where we're going to have to be making prefabs, probably. No access to the... What do you mean, no access to the deposit? You're on the deposit. You still have coal, in theory. Well, it looks like it's glitched. It says it still has some, but yet it says it's empty. That's not good, but we'll deal with it. I can temporarily deal with that by giving another blasting one on the other one. He's making a comment of, I should be dead because I was in the mine, but because you chose the option to lose the coal and not me, I'm alive. Which, yeah, he should be grateful about that, but at the same time, that's a potential a problem.
Catalogs of the latest goods are now available. Order at your local grocer.
We're making 60. Okay, so I definitely need a second one set up to get the event to swap over to oil. Can I free 20 workers up from here? Or 200 workers up from here? Yeah. Because that's what I need to build a housing district here, and I do need a housing district here. Trying to figure out how to do this best with adjacency, and the answer is sounding, well, looking a lot like you can't. You can't get it both ways, is I think what's happening right now. I can either have one or I can have the other. Actually, there would kind of work. So I could have sort of one there and the one here, and that would sort of work. Granted, I don't even need a second one down here right now, so that should provide all the housing this town needs. In fact, it'll provide too much housing, but that's too much is better than not enough. It's producing enough food by itself. What kind of materials need now? Can I ship the materials in from New London? Yes. Then let's go back to, actually, we don't know when exploring. Why do we have no one exploring? Let's get explorers exploring if they can. You're dangerous. That gives us a place where we can get food from. Could get coal shipment. If we needed coal desperately, but I don't think we need coal. We're about to swap and do the swap. Are you... Oh, I need 10 Frostline. So I need more Frostline teams as well, so... Let's go back to... New London. We do have a goods shortage. You're operating at full steam. You're on prefabs. I would prefer if you were on goods. Okay, so that makes goods. I suppose we can get another mechanical factory for that district to upgrade goods production. We're about to run out. So that's maybe an argument to be producing more goods. Well, produce another industrial district, maybe. The dreaded workforce. I don't have enough people. I don't have enough people. And I do want survivalist headquarters. Can I free some workers up for food production? Looks like it. Alright, and the survivalist headquarters is going to decrease territory level, the territory threat level. Each one of these costs 400 workers. You know what? I think that'll be. We'll set both of those up. Okay, so we got a statement: the fishing village about to deplete. That in the short run will be a problem. But we got food stockpile, that'll be fine. What we can do is we can swap over to the other resource we just found. So we'll just have to build a road out to it. And it's about to get cold. But I think that's actually fine because our coal's backed up. Yeah, the coal's backed up, so that's fine. That might actually... Was that the reason that the mine wasn't working? No, the deposit's gone, okay. So, in theory, we had value in the deposit, but it deleted the deposit. We have enough coal for the moment, so let's not stress too much out about it. We got the old deposit, or the old dreadnought. We're working you at partial shift because otherwise we don't have the workers, but that's fine. Housing's good. You can reduce the housing a bit. Does that actually get us workers back so we can work on those prefabs? Because the prefabs are the good thing we can extract here. Besides the, well, okay, yeah. And then let's try transferring oil. We need to transfer at least 75, which we can do. That'll start depleting the stockpile there, but we'll start like that. And now we get forced into the decision. Do we swap the generator over? Which is also the end of Chapter 1. So, I've done the prologue, now ended Chapter 1. In theory, I've been spoiled on immediately what the first couple choices in Chapter 2 is, but I haven't actually watched a lot of other people do Chapter 2. So here we get the choice of, do we defeat the Frost, or do we embrace the Frost? Okay, so, interestingly, the faction we don't side with will get stronger. So the fervor, strength of the militants within the faction. So the pilgrims will get more militant in that choice. So do we side with our old stalwart friends from the first game, or do we side with the pilgrims? And the choice really here is, do we want the ability to exploit unlimited local deposits, or unlock unlimited outpost deposits? There's by the looks of it, by looking at the city, there isn't actually a lot of unlimited deposits in the city, but I'm gonna go with the first one because I'm gonna say we're gonna stand with our stalwarts from the first game, and this means our generator will only use oil. This obviously will be a little bit of a problem in the very short run, though the oil will be more more efficient. Oil pumps generator upgrade is unlocked and available to be built, which is the prerequisite for melting deep deposits.
A deep freeze is incoming. Ignore at your peril.
And we got people telling us that that's apparently hubris. And they might be right. They might be right. So we now got... We made the choice as far as the generator upgrade is concerned. Oil pumps. Ah, that didn't tell me. Oil run to the generator will produce some squalor. And the generator can run exclusive on oil, but with increased efficiency. This will increase the efficiency of the oil generator. So I can do melting deep deposits to unlock those deep deposits. We don't need those deep deposits right away, but we're going to want them in the long run. This was the other one, right? So if we'd embrace the frost instead of defeat the frost, would have gained access to what this path is. No, but because we also went with defeat the frost, we've gained access to liquefaction. So how do we want to generate, how do we want to treat coal, right? So basically turn coal into oil if we want. So we want to increase disease, or do we want to do squalor? I haven't figured out a way in this game yet. Well, I haven't researched the way in this game yet to decrease squalor. We do have a way to decrease disease. So I'm actually going to go with coal liquefaction here, so that we can attempt to drive, basically convert the coal that we're no longer going to be consuming into oil that we do consume.
Steward.
Let's see. What is there anything you want me to promise? You want me to promise you that I am willing to give you? Oldoo maintenance is tempting. Conservative treatment is tempting. So if I could get you either of those, I'd probably be on board. Beautiful youth. I think that's a law. That might even be a law I can pass right away. So let's try dutiful youth. Whoops. That wasn't smart. I want to do dutiful youth. I'm not opposed to dutiful youth, but apparently my children aren't rambunctious enough for that to be a problem. Okay, hopefully that fixes itself shortly. Okay, I need more oil for that, apparently. Oil pumps in the central district. And it wants me to research and construct generator surplus injectors. Activate surplus injectors to reach a heat surplus. Okay. So right now we're still running on coal. We've got a coal shortage because we're having to burn so much.
Steward. Steward.
Okay, I might regret this in a couple seconds when I realize I'm having oil or something, but we're starting that process. Swapping over to oil. And we're going to pop over here where we have our oil production. What I should probably do is we should probably shift in more workforce. So we get about 200 more workforce. Yeah, something like that. So that we can start doing more frost breaking over here, so we can get down to... Yeah, it's 200 more workforce. And did I not hit the confirm button? Or they have not arrived? They have not arrived yet, okay. So we can start getting down to the last oil well down here. I'm getting warned that that's low, but yet we... Oh, I suppose that's the daily output, right? It's producing 100 a day. So it's only got 200 days left. Let's try to connect you up to our trail system. Yeah, I'd probably go that way. Oh, and I have a heat short. Heat stamp deficit. So that's going to cost about 50 heat stamps. Okay, so I need to save those some heat stamps, but then I can hook that up. Vision crawler. Okay, so if I shift this home, I can turn the food off basically and save the workers that way. Yeah, we need more workers. Bring those workers home. Don't need the coal right now. And now, because of our improvement on the exploration equipment, we have a lot more capacity to explore things. That's good. Oh yeah, go do that. Go fill our oil stockpiles up. That'll be nice. Was that? Oh, I can research it if you do the... Okay. So an event can give it to you, or you can research it. Okay, that's the options. So I'm noticing things. So we're now on oil. We have an oil shortage. But we should get that big shipment of oil in before we run out of oil. Coal is full, so let's save workers by turning the coal mine off.
An automaton has broken down and is blocking traffic. Technicians are on their way.
And you're empty. So, assemble you. More people are here. We're getting an event. Rally of support. Stalwarts. The stalwarts have begun throwing rallies in celebration of the generator upgrade. Orderly rows of faction members and supporters fill the city square. Tell them what we rally for. The leader shouts from the podium, "We rally for progress." So I can have them get us more active workers, increase heat stamp production, give us more guards. Let's go with more guards. So that'll help suppress crime.
The stalwarts are rallied in support of steward leadership. All outstanding citizens are invited to join them.
And right now I don't have a good way to suppress crime, so that's good. You're fully expanded. You're fully expanded. You're not at full level, so turn you up for more housing, and you're not at full level, so turn you up for more housing. And you can be expanded. Okay. We'll be a little bit short on housing, because that'll bring us to -3 from -8, but I think that's good. And we have a massive food shipment coming in. So actually, knowing that I have a massive food shipment incoming, that's what that is, right? Yeah, 750 food's coming. Let's turn food barrage off. Let's not spend stuff on something that we're gonna get for free right now. That stockpile's full, so we actually want to turn you down. Like way down. You off. You're already off. Sorry. Okay, and shipping. Let's go over to the old dreadnought. The old dreadnought. We already turned you down because we need the workforce. We should now have the Frostbreakers in. We do. Go down the valley to get there to the oil. Yeah, let's go down the valley to get the oil. Okay, so once that's clear, we can set up the oil. We do need materials here. We're out of materials here, so let's go ahead and say we want... Oh, no, that's not... quite working the right way. Okay. So we balance, we get you the materials, and remember from earlier, we can up the materials there. We do that to get our luxuries prepped. We're exporting oil. We've got a massive oil stockpile, actually at both locations at the moment. So if anything, I should probably should deplete the stockpile at the main city so we can start filling this one up again, like so. Okay, so we'll do that. And then we'll go back to the main city. And I'm looking at the time, and I'm realized I probably let the YouTube video go a little bit long, so this is where I'm going to end this part on YouTube. On Twitch, I'm basically going to send YouTube off and bring them back. And, probably the part right after this will be the last part on Twitch. YouTube, there'll be, presumably, because I'm about to record another part, there'll be another part tomorrow. But that'll probably be the last part until I start recording on Twitch again, and I don't know exactly when that will be. So expect at least one more part from this YouTube, but see you then.